Here, lots of folks may recognize Derrick Borte from your reporter days at Wavy TV 10. Well, he just finished directing Demi Moore and David Duchovny in a big Hollywood film. Let's take a look at him a few years ago. We're going to embarrass you a little bit now. We've gone to the archives as a reporter here on our sister station, Wavy TV.
So Derrick Borte is here with the results of a special Celebrity Couch Critic review of the new Robert Redford, Michelle Pfeiffer movie, Up Close and Personal.
It should be very interesting, this one.
Absolutely. This one is a love story set in a TV news situation. So what better couch critics than Wavy TV's own Andy Fox, Christy Carlo, and photographer Mike Aiken to review the film. Here's what happened.
Oh, man, I was hoping to get to see all of them from, what, 10,
15
12,
years ago.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aside from the beard, you really haven't changed.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it.
I know. Up Close and Personal, of course, one of the most realistic movies ever made about the news business. Not really. But anyway, Derrick Borte joins us this morning. He's the writer and director of The Joneses. So tell us a little bit about the film, and then we'll talk about how you manage your Hollywood career but stay in Hampton Roads.
Well, it's the story of the perfect all-American family that moves into this amazing neighborhood full of McMansions, and they've got the best of everything: the best cars, the best clothes, the best electronics, frozen food, you name it. They've got the latest and greatest, and they quickly become the toast of the neighborhood. And other people start buying the things they have, thinking that's going to make them as fabulous as the Joneses. And then we find out that behind closed doors, they're not a real family at all. They're a group of paid stealth marketers, pretending like they're this happy family to have this ripple effect on the neighborhood.
Wow, interesting story there. So what was it like to work with Demi Moore, David Duchovny?
I think, meeting each of them the first time was a little intimidating, but by the time we actually went to work, I had spent enough time with them in rehearsals and meetings that it really was just like another day at work, but with some people that really work at a high level.
Now, to back up a little bit, how did you make the break from reporting at Wavy TV to now directing Hollywood movies?
When I left Wavy, I started directing commercials and really wanted to get into the feature world. So I wrote a script and through many trips to LA and knocking on many doors or having a lot of them closed in my face, actually. Eventually, the script got out there, and it just all of a sudden blew up. And 8 years later, it's here we are, about to come out in theaters nationwide, which is it's a pretty
That's
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at a clip.
These are delicious.
You like them? Who does your catering? Chef Robert.
I didn't know he was doing frozen food.
Can you believe it?
Do the clients know how this works?
Of course not. That's why it's called self-marketing. If people want you, they'll want what you've got.
Gotta sell. Have you seen these new MP52 irons? Just added 40 yards to my drive. Very nice. Cool shirt, by the way. Under Armour.
Sporting goods up 16%.
Booyah!
Where'd you get the shoes? What you want to create is a ripple effect.
I could die for that dining set.
Nice.
Are you showing off your new toys?
Guilty, yeah. This really wasn't covered in my orientation.
But keeping up appearances.
I have to ensure that my unit is...
Wow. Now, are they a real couple? Are they not even married?
They didn't even know each other before this.
Wow.
It sort of plays on that forced intimacy of like a reality show where you throw a bunch of people into a house and see what happens. And
where did you get the idea for a movie like this, about this kind of marketing? I mean, the concept of keeping up with the Joneses, of course, is something that, has been in culture for a long time.
Sure, yeah. There was a report on like a 2020 or Dateline about stealth marketing, about these models that would go out to bars in Manhattan and order a certain drink over and over again, and they saw that people around them started ordering the same drink.
Yeah.
And there was a couple other things where a kid had a camera at Disney World and was asking people to take a picture with the camera. And
he was a mole.
He was a mole.
A child mole.
Exactly, yeah. So I just really saw it at its logical and inevitable conclusion of placing an entire family out there in the world, and that's really, it just, blew up from there.
All right, I'm sure you can't tell me how it ends, but I have a feeling at some point the jig is up.
Possibly.
Before we go, I think it's really interesting that despite the success that you've had, you don't want to live on the West Coast. You don't choose or feel like you have to be in Hollywood to make these Hollywood movies. So how do you balance it, and why do you like to stay here in Hampton Roads?
Well, I like being in LA. You meet people and everybody's working an angle, and it's hard to just be yourself and relax and trust people. And here, where I've grown up,
Yeah.
You know, I have my same friends here. My kids love their school.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I live at the beach with our kids, and we just like the lifestyle here, and friends and family here, and the commute's really kind of ridiculous because there's no direct flights. But other than that, it's you know, it's a trade-off that's worthwhile.
Yeah. Well, we wish you continued success.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Go ahead and walk through the newsroom just to weird yourself out.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
All right. Thanks very much, Derrick Borton. Again, the Joneses opens nationwide, including right here on Hampton Roads, April 16th. There's a giant poster for it at the MacArthur Mall. Check it out, and hopefully it's a giant success for you.
Thank you very much.